everybody, PK with Masada Tactical here, and today I wanted to answer a question that comes up pretty often, came up again last night. I figured making a little video would probably help in clarifying some things. It is a gun related question, so I will show you that this gun is clear, just so you guys can take a look. And nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well. Okay, safety first, right? So the question was about timing. And the question came about because the way I shoot, the way I teach how to shoot Israeli combat shooting or indexing, point shoot, any way you want to call it, calls for me to bring the gun up towards my chin or chest area and punching it forward. The student was practicing this style of shooting at the range, and another instructor came up and told them that they are wasting time by bringing the gun up first and then punching it forward instead of just drawing and presenting it straight forward. So this is the thing. First of all, before I go into my explanation as to the why, I just want to make one thing clear. If you shoot any other way, you're fast, you're accurate, objectives are met, you're good to go. You don't need to change anything. You don't have to listen to me. We're all good. I'm going to make a little caveat to it at the end of this video, but arguably I'm not trying to change anybody's style of shooting. I'm trying to explain why I do things the way I do. So putting aside the whole idea of the presentation, point shoot, indexing, why I'm point shooting and not using sights, no, that is not part of today's video. Today is just about the timing, right? So let me explain a few quick things. First of all, assuming that you are carrying in a holster, whether you're carrying it in an appendix position, where you're carrying on your waist, you're carrying on your waist, hip, thigh, doesn't matter, right? At some point, that gun has to clear that pistol. So unless I want to add a movement by dropping my elbow down and then presenting forward, right, just the natural draw, the natural progression would be to pull it up and then punch it forward. So essentially it's actually faster because I'm saving a step. I'm not adding a step by dropping my elbow down, right? Talking about arcs, right? When I'm pressing, I can in theory depress a shot at any point here, right? And I'll be on target. Remember, we're talking CQC, we're talking fast evolving situation where I'm fairly close to my target, and the one putting rounds down range first is the one that's going to win that fight, right? If I did not want to punch it forward and I wanted to create an arc, I have to wait essentially to the full extension, because at any point prior to, because I'm moving three joints, I'm creating an arc, and I may be shooting high or low. And you see it often when people try to shoot fast and they're doing the traditional shots. Their shots either go low or high because there's that movement of the wrist and elbow as that extension takes place. So actually pressing, again, makes me faster, right? It is intuitive, right? It's intuitive to come up and punch it forward. It came a lot more, I guess, mainstream in recent years with the introductions of red dots, as people started getting more thread focused instead of using for sights, and they found out that bringing the gun up here and punching it forward actually gets that dot on target. They don't have to look for the dot finds them. So one more reason why this is faster. The main reason that I like to point out to why we bring the gun up and not just present from the hip down, and unless you're Sykes and Fairbairn from, you know, the 1940s teaching to shoot from the hip, right? I want to be accurate, and I want something that's systematic, right? So the example that usually resonates with people is, yeah, I can do this when I'm out in the open standing in a range, right? But think about the real world. I'm seated, I'm in a car. Car being a perfect example. If I was to press my arms forward inside a car, I'll be hitting steering wheel, dashboards, anything, right? Anybody, and I mean anybody I know, in a car will bring the gun up and then punch it forward. So essentially, they have one skill outside of the car, a different one inside the car, right? So two skills that my brain now has to process, when in reality, bringing it up and punching forward will work in both those situations. So I'm eliminating an option, right? Because I only have one way of doing things, which again makes me faster, right? So all that considered, I don't find this to cost me any time. In reality, it probably saves me time. Now last but not least, I said at the beginning of the video, if you shoot any other way, you're fast and you're accurate, you're good to go. The only thing that I would argue you do is test that under extreme stress. Don't just be at the range and say, okay, I can shoot really fast from here, right? But sprint 100 meters, punch a bag, you know, then one-handed, because that's the reality of a fight, right? Draw the gun and see what happens. And you can watch videos upon videos of police engagements, civilian engagements, just naturally what people would do is bring the gun up and punch it forward. It's the most natural way for us to draw. It's what my body's going to do under stress, so why fight it? Which again, with that time, instead of letting my body do its thing, which would always be faster. Thank you. Till next time.